Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Thank You, and I'm kind of working off the Tesla version of the Zeppelin tune. And we're going to start off with kind of our intro around a D major chord, and you'll hear these cool little licks around the D. But the way you play D major, first finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major, and it sounds really, really cool. Now, there's some really, really cool licks around the D at the very beginning, and you may want to even kind of play around with some other chords around for the lick. So you could kind of add in the lift off the 2nd finger, actually, and kind of get a D suspended 2nd. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E on the 3rd fret with a D suspended, and kind of say some things around the D. And that's kind of what's happening in that intro lick, is you play the open D, and then you go to the D sus for a down, and then back to the D for the up, and then to a D sus for a down, and then go back to the D for a down, down, up. But on that last up, you could lift off for the D sus 2, and then you go back to the D. So you got kind of a bass 3 2 0 2 2 0 2 is kind of what you're going for around the D chord. So kind of a D, D sus, D sus 2, D sus 2, D, kind of an idea. Down, 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 down is kind of how I'm working that. And then from there we go to a really cool lick around a C major chord. And then we play C major. First finger goes to the B on the 1st fret, second finger on the D 2nd, third finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds like a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to lift off the first finger, maybe a C major 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string 3rd for a C major 9. Or another way to play C major 9 is you could do first finger on the D string 2nd, second finger on the A 3rd, third finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd for a C major 9. Or you could kind of try and take that lick we were just doing on the D and work it around the C. And actually, there's this really cool little hammer-on from the open A to the 3rd fret on the A, and you could kind of hold down that little piece of the C major 9 for the down. Use the first finger to go to the high E on the 2nd fret for kind of a C major with a sharp 11, and then go to the open E, and then go back to that 2nd fret for the down, down, and then back to the open for the up, and then back to the down for the 2 for the down. So it's like you're taking the D lick and moving it to the C idea. So you got open to 3rd hammer on, and then the 3 2 0 2 2 0 2, kind of an idea, but now on the C chord. And then from there we can kind of do that same idea on a G/B chord. So it's kind of a G major with a B in the bass. Now the way you play G major, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string 3rd fret, and third finger on the high E 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now, another way to play G is you could put third finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd for a G major. That can sound really, really good. Or you can kind of work that lick around the G major chord with kind of an open to 2nd fret hammer on the A string. And then kind of using your 3rd and 4th fingers for that 3, and then using your 2nd finger on the high E string for the 2, and then back to the open, and then back to the 2 for the down, down, and then back to the open for the up, and then back to the 2 for the down. It's kind of a G major 7 with a B in the bass, kind of an idea around that F sharp note. But you're really just thinking lick, moving it. It's kind of 0 2 3 2 0 2 2 0 2. We kind of have this cool little hit on a D major where you may want to do the D, and the lick there actually is kind of working around the D major, and then down, up, down, and then kind of going to the D sus for an up, and then up, down, up. So you got kind of a D, down, down, up, and then kind of a 2 2 2 3 3 3 3. Kind of an idea, and you could even work that as a hammer on too. Kind of that open D. That all the way through that intro part, you have kind of that D, 3 2 0 2 2 0 2 C, 3 2 0 2 2 0 2 variations of that through the tune. Now there's a couple different strumming options. If you're just starting out, actually, you could even work kind of a down idea if you just want to strum through those chords and kind of support your voice. So you could even work kind of an 8 down idea on each of those chords. D, C, G slash B, or G, D. And I'm kind of adding a little bit of muting to that too. Just kind of D, C, G, D. Or that could be a cool thing to mix it up with too. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the D and tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through that intro progression. You'd have the D, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, G, or another strum pattern that I would think about using through the tune. There's actually 2 of these you can mix up between. It's something called the 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the D and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing it up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 down. So try that through that progression. You have D, down, 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 C, down, 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 G, down, 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 down. Now another 16th note pattern you may want to think about though is a down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up 16th note strum pattern. And so on the first beat you do it down on 1, up on 4. So this is a little weird, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then on the second beat you do it up on 2, down on 3. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the third beat you're going up on 2, up on 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, 1, up, up, 1, up, up. And then on the last beat you're going down, up, just like the other patterns. So down, up, down, up, down, down, down. So all together you got D, up, down, 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 up, down. So we tried that through that intro progression. And we have the D, up, down, up, down, up, down, and C, up, down, up, down, up, down, and G, up, down, up, down, up, down, and D, intro, then we go into kind of our main chorus progression, which is that same idea. And actually through our first chorus we repeat that twice, and then we kind of do an extra D at the end. So we could even switch between those patterns, actually, kind of that D, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, D, kind of taking all the down, down, up, down, up. Or you could have a D, starts on a B minor chord. When you play B minor, normally you do this as first finger bar over the second fret. And we'll talk about some easier options too, but then 2 on the B string third, third finger on the D fourth, pinky on the G fourth. If you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the pinky and making that a B minor 7, or another B minor 7, or another way to play B minor 7 is to do first finger on the A second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the high second fret. Kind of work that for your B minor chord. Or if you're digging on that C major 9 voicing, you could kind of do this as first finger on the A second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high third. And just kind of work that. It's really kind of almost that G/B idea, but you can kind of work that for your B minor. And then from the B minor we go to an E major. We play E major. First finger goes to the G string on the first fret, second finger on the A second fret, third finger on the D string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also dig on kind of lifting off the third finger, making that an E7 chord. Or you could add in the pinky on the third fret on the B string, kind of make it a little bit more bite, kind of E7 nastiness. And then from the E, then we go back to our B minor chord. And then we go back to kind of a hit on our E major. And then we go to an A major chord. And the way we play A major, first finger goes to the D string second fret, second finger on the G second fret, third finger on the B string second fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds like A major, and it sounds really, really happy. Now while you're on A's in general, it can be kind of cool to lift off the third finger, make that an A suspended second, or you could add in the pinky on the B string third for an A suspended chord and kind of say some things around the A major. It would be kind of cool. Now in the tune, we really only got kind of a big E A hit. Although you could kind of have that different ways too, especially if you wanted to kind of fill in that time. But if we tried that with a down, down, up, down, up, minor, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, B minor, down, up, down, up, B, A, and then we come back in on C, G, if you're digging on the 16th, those up and have it be B minor, B, minor, E, A, and then our C, and then from there, then we go back into kind of our intro idea. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, or the down, 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 up, down, 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 or the down, up, down, up, down, down, as you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the D, you'd have the D for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the G, you normally have low E for the bass, but you may want to try that A string for the bass, especially on the intro part, because we were kind of working in that hammer-on idea through our intro lick. And then on our D minor chord, we have the A for the bass. On the E, you have low E for the bass. And on the A, you have the A for the bass. So when you have that intro with kind of a bass down, up, down, up, you could have kind of the D with a D bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, G/B with an A bass, down, up, down, D with a D bass, down, down, kind of working it that way. Or if you're digging on the 16th patterns, you could work it as a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, down, down, up, bass, down, or bass, down, up, bass, down, up. Kind of work those variations. Or if you're digging on the other 16th note pattern, you could do it as a bass, up, bass, up, variation too. So we tried kind of mixing it up that way. We'd have the D, C, G/B, or you can run those hammer-on licks around those chords too. Kind of adding in some basses can be cool. And then we go into a solo part, actually, it's the same progression. So we kept that going with our 16th. We have D, C, or you may want to take those lick ideas, actually try and work them around the strumming, which can be very, very play around with that too. And randomly, if you want to jam out to this, actually kind of play some lead guitar. That intro progression where the solo happens actually is kind of our main chorus idea, that D major, C major, and G major. Now randomly, that's in the key of G major, and actually if G were number 1 on your fingers, you'd have G, A, B, C would be number 4, and D would be number 5. And actually that's what you're looking for to try and figure out keys, is whatever two are together, normally in the alphabet, C and D, they're normally the 4 and the 5 chord. Normally your key where you'd solo is the other one. So if you see a C and a major and a D major, they're right after each other in the alphabet, so it's really the key of G. And you can kind of check it on your fingers, kind of G, A, B, C, D, because that's where your 3 major chords normally happen in a key, is the 1 chord, and the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. Which is cool, because we actually kind of are reversing that progression, actually kind of doing a 5 to a 4 to a 1, and then back to 5. But don't stress that too much. Main thing is you've got G major, which is awesome, because you could use a pentatonic scale, kind of an E minor, G major pentatonic scale. And I have a random video called Talking with the Guitar Pentatonic Map, actually, that kind of goes over one particular way to do that, where you could do 3rd to 5th to 7th on the low E string, and then 5 to 7 on the A string, and then 5 to 7 to 9 on the D string, and then 7 to 9 on the G string, and then 8 to 10 to 12 on the B string, and then 10 to 12 on the high string. And that's your 5 notes of an E minor or a G major pentatonic scale. It's G's, A's, B's, D's and E's, G's and A's and B's, and D's and E's, and G's and A's and B's, and D's and E's. So I'm only playing 5 notes, I'm just like playing them all over the place, so it looks really crazy cool. So that's a cool pattern to practice. And you could work lick ideas, hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, and kind of say some stuff with those notes. Bends, vibrato, double stops. Playing 2 notes together is kind of the idea there. Now there's lots of other places you can play those notes too, and so normally people divide this up into pattern 1 of pentatonic, pattern 2 of pentatonic, taking G's and A's and B's and playing in the different places on the neck. So you may see some crazy diagram on your screen right now that gives you enough stuff to practice for at least a month. But those can be very, very cool to jam over the tunes. So it's just kind of an overview. You may want to play around with that. Or a G major scale could work too. Kind of just the G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. Kind of your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do scale. I'm working a stretch pattern for that. There's a million ways to kind of play that across the guitar too. And you can find those notes all over the guitar, actually, kind of 7-note scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, which is a great ruler for most things. Kind of your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. I have a crazy video on introduction to intervals, actually, and kind of months and jam tracks. It's kind of an idea where you can kind of explore like a crazy hour plus lesson over like trying to look at shapes based on that scale. So you may want to just kind of play around with it. It's a good scale to kind of know and have in your bag of tricks. And then from there, we go into kind of our next chorus part, actually kind of almost like a full-fledged chorus. So we got kind of our D, kind of a big down that kind of kicks it off, and then we kind of pick back up on our C chord, and our G/B, or you want to kind of bring back those licks. Actually, that's really where it's at. So you got D, C, G/B, we kind of have that extra D. next verse, and which is just kind of that B minor idea. We got B minor, B major, B minor, B, kind of working that push again. And then from there, we go into our intro progression. Is kind of our last choruses, and you'll hear these cool little hits on the last D, where you may want to do just kind of the down, down for the thank yous. So you'd have to D, C, /B, or you may want to pick it up a little bit on the end of that too. Might be kind of a cool way to work it. Around the chords, or there's other chords we're talking about, and kind of mix it up that way too. So feel free to take this lesson and run with it any way you want to. And if you want to, go and like and subscribe and share. But that's the basics of how you get Strum Along with Thank You by Zeppelin, kind of working off the Tesla version. So good luck. Great requests.